Okay, YouTube, back again, and we're getting ready to put on the chassis saver by Magnet Paints. So for those that don't know nothing about this and haven't been watching my videos, chassis saver is like that PR15, I think it's called, except for honestly I think this is a better deal. A lot less preparation, and it can go right over the top of the rust. Overall, it's a lot cheaper, especially when you consider in the fact that, you know, the prep work and that type of work that needs to be done to the PR15 versus the chassis saver stuff, paint, whatever. So anyways, this can be brushed on, it could be sprayed on. I've sprayed before during another customer project. If you're interested in seeing what that's about, look at the Armored One display frame videos that I have. I sprayed that with chassis saver. On this project, I'm going to brush it on. I'm not too concerned about much of anything, to be honest with you. I'm going to wipe everything clean with the S8 reducer, which is also made by Magnet Paints, and then I'm going to brush it on with the, brush the chassis saver on with the brush. Let me go to the other side of this truck where the light's at. Everything's all welded up, ready to go. The only thing I haven't done is installed the bushings and the leaves, and I haven't done that yet on purpose. I want to paint first. Got the leaf spring hanger welded on. All of this frame's completely repaired. It's hard for you to see on this side because of this hydraulic fluid filter. There's a patch way down there. Let's see if I can get you another angle here. Yeah. See, so that's all plated in, top or the side and the bottom. The top of the frame is fine. And then there's the plate right over there. So this is the passenger side of the truck, obviously. Like I said, I'm just going to wipe it down just with the S8 reducer. Don't use acetone. They tell you not to use that. The S8 reducer is what they recommend. I've seen people on YouTube use Simple Green, but they needed to let it fully dry. And like I said, if this was the full-on restoration, I was doing the entire frame, which I'm not, then I'd be a lot more concerned about it. One of the other things that you would want to do is all the new metal, you'd want to rough it up. Basically take an angle grinder to it and just kind of grind on the surface a bit just to rough it up. Again, I'm not going to do that. I'm essentially just trying to protect the areas that I repaired, and that's it. So, with that being said, I'm going to get this paint ready. I'm going to stir it up and pour it into one of these measuring cups here after I wipe down the frame. And then I'm just going to start brushing it on. I'm not going to shoot any video of me brushing it on, and the reason being is that, quite simply, there's not a lot of room underneath here, and I'm tired. I want to get this truck the hell out of my shop, and I'm trying to just speed it up. So fuel tank's ready to install. This thing's, I don't know who the hell drilled a hole in the side of this thing. Anyway, it's not my problem. Got the because I put a plate where the original mounting bolt holes were in the frame for that. I just got done plasma cutting the holes in the new plate that I put around the frame. So yeah, everything's ready to go. What I'm going to do before I start cleaning it up is I'm going to raise up the frame a little bit. I'm using the 2-ton engine hoist from Pep Boys. I've got some videos about that. Check that out. If you're at all interested in this hoist, check out those videos. There's some headache involved in that. So anyways, I'm using that, and I've just got it chained to the toe points here on the tow truck bed, and I'm lifting not the axle, but I'm lifting the bed of the truck up to relieve some of the tension there. With the axle on there, quite frankly, that's a lot of stress on this. You know, you're dealing with the weight of the tow truck crane, you're dealing with the front end lift on it, plus you're dealing with the fully complete axle, the leaf springs. You know, that's a lot of fucking weight. I don't know how much it is, but it's a lot of weight. So because I have the front mounts removed from the axle, I'm able to just lift the bed up. I'm going to lift it up a little bit more, or drop the axle down, just to get the leaf spring hanger completely free of the leaf, and so I can get in there with the brush and paint it. And then once it's all painted, I'm gonna probably do 3 or 4 coats. We'll see how it looks. This is the first time I've ever brushed this stuff on. Magnet Paints recommends doing, I believe, if I remember the instructions correctly, I believe it's 2 to 4 coats. You know, preferably more. Again, there's some videos I have on my, you know, already done videos of me using that, what I recommend, you know, what I personally recommend. The more coats, the better. I think it's more durable. Again, but I'm just covering up the areas that I repaired, so we'll see how I feel. Yeah, so look out for the next video. Next video will be this project 100% complete and ready to push out of my driveway or push out of my shop into the driveway. So if you're at all interested in Chassis Saver, definitely check out the links in the description. Another product they have is Monster Liner. Good product. I haven't used it yet, but a lot of good reviews on it. A lot of off-road people are using that, especially on their Jeeps. They're actually using this stuff too you know, when you're dealing with off-road vehicles, most people aren't looking for a super fancy paint job. They just want something, you know, uniform and that looks decent, but they're not concerned with show car finishes. So a lot of these guys are using this Monster Liner with different pigments in it, because it doesn't just come in black. It comes in a lot of different colors, and they're painting it or rolling or spraying it on all over the entire body of their vehicles. I'm seriously considering doing that. I know I'm going to use this product, but I'm seriously considering putting it all over the body of one of my Pathfinders that I'm working on. So anyways, check them out. Links are in the description. If you plan on using the Chassis Saver, make sure you get some S8 reducer. If they carry the Chassis Saver, chances are they carry the reducer. Reducer's real cheap. Chassis Saver's like, I think out the door you're probably going to pay like $40-something for it, for a quart, or you can get a gallon for a little over $100. The quart is going to be plenty enough for what I'm doing here. If I was doing a full-on, you know, if I was doing a full-on restoration of this frame and I was doing the frame front to back, I would probably, personally, I would probably go out and buy the gallon. I don't think you'll use a whole gallon, but I would just do it anyways, because if you wait for this stuff to dry, then you gotta, you know, do the typical rough up the surface a little bit, and after it's been dried, and put more on there. So you don't want to just run out in the middle of what you're working on, so I'd rather just get a gallon. And for the price of the quarts, you know, the gallon's not a bad deal for you to go that route. So the reducer, I think, is like, again, you know, don't quote me on this, but I think the reducer ballpark area is somewhere around like $15 or something like that. If you go to Magnet Paints, they have their price list, and usually as far as I'm aware, all the suppliers match that price. And if they don't, then you should definitely bring it up to the supplier and be like, dude, why are you charging me more money than the manufacturer's suggesting? So is what it is. I think you could actually, no, again, don't quote me on this, but you might be able to order it straight from Magnet Paints as well. Same thing with the Monster Liner. Contact is Eric Pretty good, pretty cool guy. So anyway, look out for the next part. Should be up, actually probably be uploaded at the same time this is. So if you see this video, you know the other one's up. All right, subscribe, comment, like. Thank you for watching. Thank you for those that have subscribed. Check out Alvarez Metalworks down in the Facebook, or down in the description. That's my Facebook page. Go show some support and like my Facebook page, please. That would be awesome. And I'll talk to you guys later.